And we welcome you back to Media Day here in Charlotte, North Carolina with the Big South, and talking about a team that's going to play in the conference for the first time this year in football. We've known all about them in the other sports. Had a great baseball season. Basketball is pretty good, but now it's football. Mike Minter is here, the head coach, and then there's Darion Slade, who is a defensive back, and Daniel Smith, the quarterback. Mike, welcome. I guess we should say welcome home.
Yeah, that's right.
You know? If you don't know, Mike Minter from a number of years was a star player on defense with the Carolina Panthers. And do you feel that prepared you for coaching pretty good?
Absolutely. I mean, you played the game all your life, and I've played at the highest level in college, the highest level in the NFL, played in national championship games, played for one of the greatest men on this planet, in Tom Osborne, and played for a Super Bowl, under John Fox. And so I've had a lot of different, influences in my life as far as coaching is concerned. And so when you have lived through everything, if you've seen everything that these young men gonna see, at that point you begin to understand that, okay, how can I teach that now? And that's really what I'm doing now, is giving back.
You played at Nebraska, obviously with the Panthers. You could have gone and coached at a lot of places. What made you want to go to what was then a Division III program at Campbell University?
Well, listen, when I look at what I wanted to do, when I said I want to get into coaching, I said I want to take over the worst team in Division I football. Now, at that time, I didn't know it was going to be Campbell University, but it happened to be Campbell University, and so it was a challenge. The challenge of that is really what it's all about with me. Look, I done made the money, I done all that stuff, so now it's how can I be challenged and to be able to go over, take over a program that was dead last in Division I football, and now we're in the Big South. Now you got a winning program, and really at the end of the day, man, you get to change the young man's life.
Yeah. Now, before we talk to the players, can we get a shot of all three of these guys for a minute? I don't know if they all three have on the exact same tie. Does anybody notice that? That's okay. That is fantastic. What's the story behind that?
It's a business trip, so we just wanted to come, and we preach one team, one heartbeat. So we just wanted to come.
One heartbeat. We're all going to wear the same tie.
Right.
I think that is fantastic. Darion, I know that you were recruited by some big-time schools and all this talent, and yet you decided to go to Campbell. What was behind that?
So first, I wanted to play football and basketball because I played basketball all my life since I was 3 years old. So Campbell University said I could do both. But when I got here, I actually just fell in love with the coaching staff, and I switched positions to defensive back, and I fell in love with that position, and I just wanted to be the best that I can be. We had Coach Mint here who played that position at the highest level where I want to be, so I felt it's a good thing that I came here. I get to learn from one of the best, and I get to have fun and still play at a Division I school while I do it.
Mike, how good is this guy?
Listen, this guy's good. I mean, just like you said, he had FBS offers, so it's not like he was, looking for a scholarship, and so this guy's an FBS cornerback, and so he'll be getting his name called in 2 years.
I hear you. It sounds great.
Yeah.
Daniel, you're one of the leaders of this team, even though you're a young player. Tell me about moving now to another level. What's the feeling among the team about now going to the scholarship level, a chance to play for national playoffs, that kind of thing?
We're excited. There's a lot of excitement. We've been waiting on this for a long time because we've kind of known since we've been there that it was going to happen. It was just a matter of when. Everyone's really excited because we just want to go out and show that we belong and show that we can compete at the national level.
And what was behind your decision to go to Campbell?
I just felt like that's the place that wanted me the most. Like, they wanted me to come there, and really, when it comes to playing quarterback, you want to go somewhere where you're wanted, because if you don't get a shot to play, then there's no point in trying to go to some big school.
Right.
And when I went to Coach Mint's office, I felt that love and that same kind of spirit. I had that winning mentality that I was taught growing up throughout high school, all that. Coach Mintz had it his whole life too, so it just felt like it was the perfect fit.
Mike, you now have scholarships to give out. That was a couple of years ago. Talk about that process and the difference it has made, and you've had to turn into a recruiter now.
That's right. Before it was, you know what, we got great stuff, but it's going to cost you $42,000 to come play for me. That pitch is not very well taken. But then all of a sudden you say, no, we're going to pay for it. And especially in the state of North Carolina where you have 28 schools that offer scholarships. Man, we getting number 29. That's not very good. And so now I get to compete with the other 28 schools that's giving scholarships, and now it's about the relationship. Now that means something. And so it's been very fun going into people's homes to talk about the great things that we can do for you, but at the same time we can pay for it.
Now, tell me about this upcoming. They're all redshirt freshmen, right? And somebody was telling me you should have seen Campbell's scout team last year. They were really good. Are you going to be counting on a lot of those players to play, and how many of them are there, and what do you think about this class?
So the redshirt group that will be coming up is 21 of those guys. Okay. And yeah, we're going to be counting on every last one of them, okay, to come in and contribute and play. But when you have veteran guys like Slade and Daniel, man, when you look at that, you're excited about the mixture of young talent with veteran leadership that understand the culture of what we're about at Campbell University. And so you get excited about seeing that.
Darion, what was it like going against those guys? Did it get you excited for this year, going against those guys in practice?
Yes, it did. I felt as if I was going against the best players in practice. So when I got in the game, it was going to be easy.
Yeah. And Daniel, you know, you're going to have to step up a little bit to another level, right? I mean, I'm sure you guys have all talked about this. Have you been preparing for that in the off season? And you know, there's a smaller room for error right now.
Yeah. The biggest thing is just trying to improve my football knowledge and football IQ, so that it just is faster. I process it faster. Everything just comes easier a little bit. Because mentally, it's such a big part of playing quarterback that if you get your mind right, you know, the physical part comes with it.
All right, I'm an opposing coach, and I got to write a scouting report on Daniel Smith. What am I going to say about him?
Don't let him get outside the tackle box.
You can run it?
A little bit.
All right.
A little bit. So try to keep him contained.
I know it.
Yeah,
I know it.
He run a little bit.
I was being a little sarcastic there. Yeah, you can run it. Now, what kind of offense will we see from Campbell? What's the scheme there?
It's going to be just fast-paced. You know, we're going to throw a lot of different looks out there, but it's just going to be going fast and just trying to get on the ball and get going right now.
Yeah, we know you're a great runner. I mean, you know, 1,000 yards. What about you as a passer? Is it something you've improved on since you got to Campbell?
Definitely. I feel like I've improved on it. I'm just ready to go out and show everybody how hard I've been working all offseason at, you know, getting better at that part of the game and getting that chemistry with those receivers and just bringing it all together.
You know, sometimes they say defensive players make really good offensive coaches. You know, you got to do. What is your offensive philosophy?
We want to put pressure on the defense because I understand what them pressure points are.
Yeah.
We want to do that, and we want to do that at a high frequency. And so because it's hard for a defense to adjust when you're coming at them 100 miles an hour and you're going at their weak spots. That's very difficult, and that's what we want to do. And you know, above all, we want to run the football. We want to run the football. So we want to be a team that can, if we got to get 4 yards, we're going to get 4. We got to get 1, we got to get 1. And we're going to pound the team so the fourth quarter, we have our way with them.
Yeah. Have you scouted the Big South at all? Yeah. Have you looked at it? What do you think? What's your impression of this league?
Well coached. I mean, no mistakes. Physical. These guys are going to run the football. Same type of stuff that I talk about. They're going to play great defense. Their defensive guys are never in the wrong spot. They all have a big, tall receiver, about 6'5". Every last one of them got one receiver they can throw it up to. So, again, that makes it very, very difficult.
And you know, as a playing defensive back,
man,
that's a tough thing to defend, particularly in the red zone.
Right.
You know, it's really, really hard to defend that. And, you know, and you look at Kennesaw State and Monmouth, the top 2 preseason picks, they're totally opposite in their offense a little bit. But you guys you know, having a running quarterback, that might help you a little bit preparing for a Kennesaw State type team. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that triple option is a real deal, though. I
Yeah.
mean, that's why they went deep into the playoffs. I mean, this football team is well coached, and they got great athletes doing it. So.
Yeah. Ask you about both of you, your feelings about playing these Big South teams and changing up a little bit who you play and who you've been playing.
I feel like it's going to make us want to compete more. We looked at as one of the newcomers, and we might not be as good as the other teams, so we got a point to prove. So I feel like we got to come each day ready to work and practice, workouts, film, and just to show that Campbell University won't be pushed around.
Is there an attitude that, hey, we just might surprise a few teams this year?
I mean, we shouldn't be here if we don't have that attitude, I think.
Yeah.
I think everyone in our building is kind of like, listen, like, we might have something special here, and we're just waiting to show everybody what we got going on.
A final question, Mike. What's your sense of the fans and people who support Campbell? Are they feeling that you're moving up to a kind of another level of football, and you might need a little more energy from them?
Oh, absolutely. Well, if you look at the last 2 years, we've averaged a sellout. So our fans they bought in.
Yeah.
They bought in. They know what's coming. They understand that they're going to be, called upon more to give us that home field advantage. I told them that they got to create that identity of whatever it is, the desert, come to the desert, play them Camels, whatever it is. We got to create that image of people don't want to come to Camel and play.
I have looked hard. I cannot find another college team in this country that are the Camels.
That's right.
Y'all,
Sports mascot that has a camel.
What's that?
I don't think you're gonna find any sports mascot that's got a
No, it's
camel in the world.
I mean, you got to take a little pride in that. Man, we're the Camels, you know?
Yeah.
Do you feel that? I mean, that's something I think to build, to hang your hat on.
It's always great when you say, yeah, I go to Campbell University. Oh, the Camels. Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, welcome to the Big South. Great to have you. You've been in the Big South for a long time, but welcome to the football portion of the Big South. It's going to be exciting to see Campbell play this year. Best of luck to all of you.
Thank you.
Great. And we'll have more Media Day here in Charlotte, North Carolina in just a moment.